What's up, YouTube? We're live reacting to the Xbox Developer Direct 2025. This is Team Ninja's new game that they're showing off.
Commencing mission.
With Platinum, I guess. I think this is one of the surprises that was kind of teased before. Is this Ninja Gaiden? Or is this something else? That looks like Ghost Runner, which, if you haven't played Ghost Runner, you got it. I like the style of this. This might be one of those Platinum games that I actually pick up and play. It is. It's Ninja Gaiden. As like a... I've never played a Ninja Gaiden, so I don't know what it normally is like, but this seems like a lot more like pulled back from the perspective. It's a lot more Platinum Ninja Gaiden than it is like third person.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4. That looks pretty cool. I might play that game. I've never played one, but...
最強の忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション、忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として、忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。
Subtitles aren't getting like cut off.
本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜ハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜ハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
We're doing dual protagonists? Or is this just playing as the new guy against Ryu Hayabusa? You probably said that, I just am having a hard time reading very fast.
雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いや
dark hardcore landscape of the series where they're turning Ninja Gaiden into a Souls game. I mean, they clearly are not. This couldn't be further from a Souls game.
舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
I really like the character designs in this.
前作より立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージをリングや
even the enemy design was pretty cool.
忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも
I don't know if Ninja Gaiden has ever like been like this before, but this is very like cyberpunky now.
進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
You can open chests, confirmed. But can you pet the dog? That's the real question.
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。 彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者外伝シリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の超人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは、荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や、現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
There's gonna be familiar characters. That means that when I play this game, I can be like, I don't know who you
バト
are.
ルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。
Dude, this looks this looks pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie.
結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によって、これまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者
Those like splash screens are so cool. I like that style.
必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における
Very easy to impress. You just gotta give me like
プレ
big
イヤー
font,
同様敵もガードや
big
回避をしてくれ
clean font,
緊
and
張感のあるフェアな戦闘を
some
味わ
cool
うことができ
colors
ます。
like red.
敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら
It's like
一瞬の隙を
control
逃さ
scratches
ず
the
に攻撃を
control
仕掛
edge
け
of
てい
my
くこと
brain.
が重要です。ヌエの型によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など
Now I just
細
need
部
the
にわたり
music of this
日々
game to go
議論
really
させていただ
hard.
き、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うア
He'll
クシ
check
ョ
all the
ンを有してい
boxes.
ますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや、滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ、
Dude, the dismemberment
新アク
is
ション
so
を織り交ぜ
cool.
た新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。
More games need dismemberment. We have a lot of games that you use a
忍者
sword,
ガイデンシ
you
リーズに
use
色濃く残っている
some sort of
歯応えや
weapon like
グレード
that
の高い
that
アクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズ
should
の
be
特徴で
cutting
ある
people's limbs
スピー
off.
ディーなアクション
You
や
just
ダ
don't
イ
get
ナミッ
that.
クな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
Star Wars Fallen Order was like the biggest offender of that,
フェア
but
に戦える
I
手
think
触
they
り
did
を
fix that a
ヤ
little
クモ
bit
でも目
in
指しています。
Survivor.
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただけ
I
る
had
日
some
を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。続報にもぜ
Got a
ひ
new
ご期待
game
くだ
announced
さ
for
い。
this year. I'm excited for that. I'm gonna try that out.
さて本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだ
Ooh,
けではあ
they
り
have
ません。
another thing.
こちらをご覧ください。
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4. Okay. Wait, is it a remake? I think it's a remake. I'm assuming it's an Unreal Engine remake of the first game. Okay, this looks rad too. I don't know why I didn't play these games as a kid.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
sense of the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna play this too.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous.
Yeah, this is what I meant. Is like
Time has come.
the perspective of like the third person is so much closer in that old one. Ninja Gaiden 2 remake. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に
Okay,
Xbox
so it's a remake of Ninja Gaiden 2, not the first one. That shows how much I know about this
皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン
Weird that they would start with the second
大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。綺麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、
Maybe that's like the Silent Hill 2 of Ninja
レイ
Gaiden.
チェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール PC そして
Oh, it's out
Xbox ゲーム
today.
この後すぐに発売となります。
Damn, Shadow
シ
dropped.
リーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
I will be playing this.
今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2025年は忍者の年
Year of the Ninja.
ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開に
You
ご注
can't
目く
just
だ
say
さい。
that.
本日は
This
あ
is
り
the
が
year
とう
of
ございました。
Luigi. I will say I am more excited for 4 than I am for that remake. But I will also be trying the remake before 4. Going to South of Midnight, Compulsion. The art style of this game looks so rad.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the...
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help.
Hazel, please.
I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
It's gonna be family drama. Oh. A real Spider-Man moment.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving.
It's just like when Spider-Man let the guy go that killed Uncle Ben. She let that
The land
flood
itself
take away her mom.
chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through
Yo,
her
is that-
newfound power,
is that
she
Gears of War 4?
relieves these
Is that the
stigmas
Swarm?
and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
Oh no.
As Hazel discovers her power,
I will say,
the world gradually shifts
not talking shit about
into
this game,
the
but
surreal,
we need to stop
revealing
using
creatures
that
from
as
old
like
folktales
your
actually exist.
That literally looks like the stuff from the Blight from Dragon Age Veilguard, and it
Among
also
them
looks
is
like
good old
the
catfish.
Swarm
The storyteller
stuff,
who
the like
becomes both
pods
the
that the
guide
Swarm
and
were putting
companion
people
to
in
Hazel
Gears
across
of
the
War.
It ain't every day I hear about
We gotta stop using that red and black veiny stuff as like your corruption model. Let's change it up a little bit at least. It's starting to get generic.
Arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects,
Oh, weird.
and confront adversaries.
That's kind of cool.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes.
I didn't know there was like puzzle elements to this
Manifestations of
game.
corruption Hazel encounters.
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each haint has its own unique moveset, strengths,
Haint?
and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes the
They
devastating
haint us
strikes
because
from
they ain't
afar,
us.
while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills become the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up
This looks like it
strikes.
could be like
Spells
could be
interact
fun
uniquely
or it
with
could be
each
like
enemy
stiff
type,
as hell.
creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents.
It's also a
at the
little
same time.
concerning that looking at the
Once
top
near
left, you
death,
only have like
enemies can
4
be
abilities
unraveled,
or 5
breaking
abilities
their core and setting them free
that
of
are
their
on
control,
cooldowns.
which has the
That's a
added
little
benefit
concerning
of providing
for a single
outboosts
player game.
and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision
That's
and
kinda
make
cool.
them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings.
The environment
once
design
human or
looks really
animal,
cool.
who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences
Okay,
also reflects the
you got boss
uniqueness
fights.
of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These
It's gonna be
encounters
interesting
feature
to see if
multiple
like
phases that ramp up in
the
complexity.
stop motion animation get like
As the
gets
encounters progress, the musical theme builds
gets
up,
old
shrinking
after
the
like
tension alongside
I mean I don't know how long this game is. Maybe it's
Whether
only
Tito Tom
maybe
or
it's only
Hungry
like
Mom,
12 to 15 hours long, which
each
is
of these
fine.
larger-than-life creatures is inspired by
But if this is like a 30-hour game or something like that, then I could see like the stop motion stuff kind of getting
South of Midnight
Getting
unfolds
stale
as
after a little
hero's
bit.
journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks.
That looks cool.
In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody Compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes.
I wonder if they're going to put out a release date for this game. It seems like it should be like soon.
Out of Midnight, such a unique personality. We hope
next
you
couple
enjoy
months.
this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th.
There you go.
Pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
Nice. April 8th. This is that Expedition game, right? Expedition 33 or whatever.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sandfall Interactive and welcome to our manor.
You have a manor?
We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France.
You can be a small studio if you have a manor.
Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in
I hope
game
this game's
development
good.
actually started
I don't know
as
if
a
it's going to
solo
be for
passion
me,
project.
but
I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat.
I hope it's not another game that like goes viral on social media and then just doesn't really live up to it.
Genre with new features and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream.
I think performance issues are going to be interesting to see.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started
Is there
to
a
come
card
together.
system in this game?
And
It
I
looked like
shared
there
it
were
with
like
an
2
old friend
cards on
from
the right side
university.
of the screen.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that.
Bro, what is
by
that?
3
What was
core
that food he had?
elements.
That looked good.
A story with great emotional depth. Gameplay that innovates on the classics we love. And a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sandfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
Yeah, I hope this game is good, but it seems a little overly ambitious for like 7 people to develop, or however many people they have.
And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about
Shadowheart?
overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief.
Sounded like Shadowheart.
And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their
This game
family,
looks
but
really
also to their
cool, but that's
identity
kind
and
of my
purpose.
concern is that, like,
doesn't cover
I feel like this
every
game is gonna run at, like,
You know that.
less than 20
Contrast
frames
that
per
with
second
Ciel,
on
whose
consoles.
darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character.
Music
He has
sounds
a really
rad.
cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He's very, very old.
That's
and
pretty
has
cool.
seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jestroll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jestrolls across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and
course there's
otherwise the
Esquier.
most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special
Wait,
stones,
is he like-
you can unlock abilities for him.
Is that like an
to access
overworld
new
type
areas
thing?
of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think
I'm fragile,
players will really
but
connect
I'm
with.
not that fragile.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction, which gives combat
Something
greater
tells me I'm gonna be
intensity
horrible
and
at this,
dynamism.
based
During
on
enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time.
if there's bad, like, input latency and you have to do
Balancing
those.
turn-based with real-time mechanics took
I was
a long
terrible
time
at
to
that
get right.
in, like, Mario
During initial
RPG,
playtest, turn-based players
and even
often
Sea of
found the
Stars for the
real-time
little bit that I
elements
played
too
that
hard.
game.
Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula
Wait,
lies
why did
in
that
the
just say
many ways
Expedition
you can
7?
customize
What
your
does that mean?
character.
You like leveling up your expedition or something?
We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game.
This looks complex.
Each character has a unique mechanic. Maëlle switches between stances which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the
I'm interested to
protector of the
see.
group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio.
This seems to be going for like a persona kind of like active battle persona where you have to like hit those buttons to do like more damage or like to block damage kind of thing.
Passive effects, which in our
I'm
game
interested to see how this game hits after Metaphor, because I feel like Metaphor had a lot of quality of life stuff added to Persona that people really liked, like it's complaints that people kind of have about Persona, and this doesn't seem to have that.
We can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
I'll probably try it
The story
though.
is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestural Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point.
What a bizarre bazaar.
Which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like. The Gestral Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Destro.
For Escape, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create.
So there is
both
like an
artistically
overworld.
and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around.
Here we go!
We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th.
Wow.
Xbox Series X and S, and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
Okay, I'm a little more.
Super excited.
That seems very soon.
We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre. On behalf of everyone at Sandfall, thank you for joining us.
I was not expecting a date for this game. This game feels like.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
This game feels like it should be like a year or two away. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. Where are we going? We're going off the map. Oh, we're going to Doom. I need to run and grab a Kleenex quick. Let's listen to these jams though.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters.
I thought that was Phil for a second.
A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words.
Let's go. Give us this early in the year. I want to be playing some Doom.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series.
It is very weird that they went for like a prequel.
Fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast.
Did you feel like a fighter jet in Doom Eternal?
With an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Oh my god, this looks so satisfying already.
Enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia.
Get a little shield charge,
is the goal,
like you're playing
always.
Captain
And so
America and
Ages,
Marvel Rivals.
I
almost had Captain Marvel thinking of. I was like, that is not who has a shield.
Introduce you to the shield saw. Block. Throw.
Oh my god.
Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons
Let's
of
go.
depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight. And the shield saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with.
My allergies are angry
How about
now.
an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet.
An iron flail.
Mace.
Oh my god, a
That's right, we have
mace.
3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome.
Let's go.
And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom.
Wait, so it's not like
And that
glory
seems
kills
like a
aren't
ton,
like
but that's just
animations
2
anymore?
inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
Oh my god, this music rips.
That's
So
right, we
good.
saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale.
Oh
and
yes.
dominions of hell with.
We love an impale system.
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement.
Being able to like
The
pin
design
people
of
to
these
walls and stuff.
never-before-seen, insanely fun to use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the
Let's go
enemies
murder
and the
these
environments
guys.
to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
You use your shield to traverse? Maybe they already said that. Oh, this game. This game looks rad. I was kind of disappointed with Doom Eternal, so I hope this one actually, like...
For the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all.
You can make it like a bullet hell. That's awesome.
The gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
Hell yeah.
And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Let's go.
Features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond.
This looks cool.
And through exploration, you'll be
being like a medieval themed Doom makes the environment art like even cooler than it already was.
You're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose.
That's pretty cool. So it's gonna be like a lot more open, it sounds like.
The largest play space ever in a Doom game.
Yeah.
Discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search
kinda gonna be
of
like-
vital resources.
Probably not as open, but it seems like it's gonna be like closer to Halo Infinite to Halo games.
Fight and the objectives you pursue.
It's not gonna be like open world, I'm
Doom
assuming.
sandbox full of war and riches.
Maybe it is, I don't know.
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
This is one of those games that's gonna make you go, hell yeah.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star
Summer
of the
blockbuster.
show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies.
Is it coming out in like June or something?
At the start of our story, the
May or
balance
June?
of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the
I hope
Doom
that
2016
shield-
Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
I hope that shield feels as good to use as like God of War's axe. Like it's like as satisfying.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make.
Everybody has to have
And
fake
make
conversations
something
behind
that's
them.
good enough to become the best game id has ever
This is
made.
halting productivity.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases,
May, let's go. Nice. May 15th. Oh. Wait. Oh. It's just like bloopers or something?
You will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting.
Are they gonna have like a one more thing?
The combat system
Or is
is
Ninja
built around
Gaiden
chaining
like
attacks
the
and
only
unleveling
secret?
enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Damn, it is over. That was really good. I think that was like surprisingly more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Like, I actually kind of like these developer directs. Oh god, I can't get to the beginning of the video. Ninja Gaiden looks rad. I can't wait to play this. This game actually might be like one of my most anticipated now. I hope that it's like a good game. I know that Platinum kind of has like hit or miss like history with their games. Like usually there's probably like one really good Platinum game in like 4 of their releases kind of thing. And this kind of looks like it's gonna be. This looks like this is gonna be the good Platinum game we get for a while, like the really good one. So I'm interested to play this. I really, and I'm gonna check out Ninja Gaiden 2 Black 2 Black. I don't know which way the words go in that title. I don't know if it's Ninja Gaiden 2 Black or Ninja Gaiden Black 2. Because I think there is Ninja Gaiden. I'm assuming it's 2 Black, and Black is like their remake kind of title. So yeah, I'm going to check that out today, probably. I'll probably stream that tonight, actually. And then excited for Ninja Gaiden 4. The style of this game just like looks really cool to me. It's like a lot more like cyberpunky, kind of ninja-like. And then, what else? Doom looks amazing. Expedition 33 is the one that I'm like kind of worried about. Is that this one? No, this is Compulsion still. Expedition 33. This is the one that I'm like worried about, that even during this presentation, like the performance of the game doesn't look very good. Like the game looks great, but just like the frame rate issue, like it's just like a stutter fest. It looks like maybe that's just an early build. Maybe that's the stream kind of thing. Who knows what could be going on that could cause that. But with this being like their first game and everything, I think that they're going to have an issue optimizing, and I don't think consoles are going to be able to handle this game very well at all. I don't know if PC is even going to be able to handle this game, I guess I should say. I don't know why I'm limiting it to consoles. It just seems like this game does look really cool. And if it comes out and it runs well, then that's going to be great. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think performance issues are going to be the biggest issue that this game has. That like keeps it from hitting the mark that people want it to hit. I mean, it's like really stylized though. It looks cool. Then we got Doom. South of Midnight, is that what it's called? South by Midnight? I don't remember what that game's called. The Compulsion game. I'm trying to find it. South of Midnight looks really cool too. I think that's what it's called. Hopefully. Everything's going too fast. What is this game called? It's either South. I'm gonna commit. It's South of Midnight. Not South by Midnight. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Confirmed. I don't know why I just like completely blanked on the middle of that game's name. This game is going to be interesting. I'm definitely like, it's going to be on Game Pass, so I'm going to check it out. I hope it's like fun to play. The thing that I pointed out earlier, it does kind of stick true where it's like, I'm worried about the combat where there's like 5 different attacks it seems you have, unless maybe there's like attacks that don't use that, like maybe like X and Y you get to use too to like blend those in. Let me go later. This one only has 3. Oops, did I just miss it? Yeah, so you have left bumper, left trigger, right bumper, and a Y. So maybe X is like your attack button. B is probably like a dodge. And it's a little worrying that like all of these seem to have like cooldowns. It looks like I think that's a weird choice for a single player game. Like even Dragon Age kind of suffered from that too. And this does give me like Dragon Age Veilguard vibes with the combat, which I would say is Veilguard's like weakest part of the game, other than the writing. Is that the combat is just like really repetitive, it just gets boring after a while. And I hope that this game doesn't suffer from that, because the art style, like the art of this game, like looks really good. The environment art. But again, the like corruption stuff on the ground, the red and black veiny stuff, we got to change that, game developers. This is like the 3rd game that's used that exact kind of corruption on the ground. We got Gears of War 4 and 5. We got Dragon Age Veilguard with the Blight, and now we got this game. And it's like, we're just going to make like a sack of red, veiny black stuff. It's weird. But I hope this game's good. Anyway, in summary, this was a cool showcase. I liked looking at these games. I'm surprised we got as many dates. I think everything got a date, didn't it? I'm pretty sure everything got a date here, which was surprising. I wasn't expecting all dates. I was expecting kind of just like more trailers, kind of just like gameplay deep dive kind of things. That's what we need. We need game dates. So this year is even, I think like there were a couple dates we didn't even know, which was like Expedition 33, Ninja Gaiden, both Ninja Gaiden titles. We got more games getting added to 2025. That's going to make this year is going to have so many games. It's going to be jam-packed. And who knows? Probably won't have GTA 6 though. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.